Pour hydrogen peroxide down every drain tonight and watch what happens. There is something growing inside many household drains that you never see from above. Soap, grease, food particles, skin oils, hair, and moisture collect along the hidden walls of the pipe. Over time, they can form a dark, slippery film that feeds odor-producing microbes and may even provide a breeding site for drain flies. Pour ordinary 3% hydrogen peroxide into that drain and you may hear fizzing within seconds. But before you mistake those bubbles for a cleared pipe, there is one safety check that matters more than the entire experiment. Do not pour peroxide into a drain if bleach, vinegar, ammonia, a commercial drain opener, or any unknown cleaner may still be inside it. Never combine household cleaning chemicals. If you recently treated the drain and are uncertain what remains in the trap, stop. Flush according to that product's label and wait until another day or skip this method entirely. We are using only household hydrogen peroxide labeled 3%, kept in its original opaque brown bottle. Concentrated, salon, industrial, and so-called food-grade peroxide do not belong in this test. Begin with the drain that gives you a warning. It may smell sour when you run the water. Tiny fuzzy flies may rest on the wall nearby. The sink may drain normally yet release an odor after sitting overnight. Remove the stopper or strainer and shine a light beneath the rim. That black or brown ring is often more important than anything visible in the basin. The underside of the stopper can hold hair and a gelatinous layer of soap and organic waste. Put on gloves and remove what you can reach before adding a chemical. Pull out trapped hair with a plastic drain tool, wipe the stopper, and scrub the accessible drain rim with a narrow brush. If the sink has a garbage disposal, switch it off and disconnect power before touching anything near the opening. Never put a hand inside a disposal. This physical cleaning step is not optional decoration. A liquid may contact the surface of a deposit, but a brush or removal tool actually takes material out of the plumbing. Now look at the drain while a small amount of 3% hydrogen peroxide is poured around the inner wall rather than splashed across the sink. If organic residue is present, scattered white bubbles may appear. The reaction can look dramatic because hydrogen peroxide is unstable. When it contacts certain enzymes, metals, and organic material, it breaks down and releases oxygen. Those oxygen bubbles create the fizz. The fizz does not prove that a clog is dissolving. It does not identify mold, bacteria, or insects. Even a relatively clean metal surface can help peroxide decompose, while a dirty drain may show a weaker reaction if the bottle is old. Light and heat gradually break peroxide down, which is why it is sold in an opaque container. If an old bottle produces little activity, that does not automatically mean the drain is clean. Leave the drain undisturbed briefly so the liquid can contact the exposed residue, then rinse with plenty of plain water. Do not follow it with vinegar, bleach, or another cleaner to create a larger reaction. Bigger foam is not better cleaning. What matters is whether the odor decreases, whether visible slime was removed, and whether the water continues to move normally. Hydrogen peroxide may help oxidize some odor-producing material near the area it reaches. Poison Control notes that household peroxide is used as a cleaner and can help eliminate odors in sinks. But that is very different from claiming it can unclog every drain. Peroxide breaks down quickly. It may run through the open center of a pipe without remaining on the thick film coating the sides, and it cannot pull out a rope of hair wrapped beneath a stopper. This is why the result depends on the problem. A lightly smelly bathroom sink with surface residue may seem fresher after mechanical cleaning and one peroxide rinse. A shower drain packed with hair will still be packed with hair. A kitchen line narrowed by hardened grease may remain slow. A pipe blocked by a foreign object, damaged fitting, root intrusion, or collapsed section will not be repaired by anything from a medicine cabinet. Watch the flow as you rinse. Water that forms a shallow whirlpool and disappears steadily is different from water that rises, pauses, gurgles, or backs up into another fixture. If several drains become slow at the same time, the problem may be beyond one trap. If wastewater appears in a tub or floor drain, stop experimenting and contact a plumber or the appropriate sewer service. Repeatedly adding chemicals can complicate the repair and expose whoever opens the pipe. Now check the odor. A rotten egg or sewer-like smell does not always mean dirty pipe walls. Every sink, shower, and floor drain normally relies on a water-filled trap to block sewer gas. A rarely used guest bath drain can lose that water through evaporation. In that case, running plain water may restore the seal. Peroxide cannot replace missing trap water, fix a leaking trap, clear a blocked plumbing vent, or seal a broken drain line. The same careful diagnosis applies to drain flies. Adults look like tiny gray or dark moths and often rest close to sinks, tubs, or basement drains. Their larvae develop in moist, gelatinous organic film. A quick liquid treatment may contact some organisms, but University Extension guidance emphasizes removing the breeding material. Scrubbing the pipe and trap with a stiff brush, or using an enzyme or biological drain product according to its label, targets the film that supports the infestation. To identify the active drain, place clear tape loosely across part of the opening overnight with the sticky side facing down. Do not seal the drain completely. If fuzzy flies collect on the tape, you have evidence that the drain is a breeding source. The lasting solution is to remove the slime, not simply kill the adults you can see. If flies continue after accessible drains are cleaned, inspect garbage containers, wet mop areas, condensate pans, sump locations, and possible plumbing leaks. Floor drains deserve special attention because some remain unused for months. First, add plain water to restore the trap. If the odor disappears, dryness was likely the issue. If odor, flies, or sewage continues, the source may be a dirty trap, failed seal, leak, or sewer problem. Do not pour chemicals into an outdoor storm drain. Those systems may discharge directly to waterways rather than a treatment plant. There is also no reason to pour peroxide into every drain on a nightly schedule. Repeated treatment wastes product when the pipe is already clean, and constant chemical use can create unnecessary exposure. Store the bottle away from children and pets, avoid splashing it into the eyes, and rinse skin with water if contact causes whitening or irritation. Its safest role is limited and deliberate, not automatic. So, what happened inside the drain tonight? The peroxide reached some exposed organic residue, began decomposing, and released oxygen that made the hidden contamination visible through fizzing. Combined with physical cleaning, it may reduce a minor odor. What it did not do was prove the pipe had been disinfected from top to bottom, dissolve every obstruction, or correct a plumbing defect. The brown bottle can reveal activity and assist with a small cleaning job, but the real fix depends on the real evidence. Remove hair. Scrub slime from accessible surfaces. Keep grease and food waste out of the kitchen line. Refill dry traps. Use labeled biological products when appropriate. Call a professional when multiple fixtures back up, sewer odors persist, or wastewater returns. Once you separate a dirty drain from a clogged drain and a dry trap from a broken line, the bubbles stop being the story and the plumbing finally tells you what it actually needs.